All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jeremiah, and no, this is not a we've been trying to reach you about your vehicle's expired warranty video. If you're not on social media, well, that's probably a good thing, but you may have missed that Tesla on March 22nd launched extended warranty options in the US for qualifying vehicles. And well, you read the title. We're going to be talking about that extended warranty. What vehicles qualify, how much it is, what it covers, and if you should get it. I've already seen a lot of people talk about it and or buy it thinking that it covers something that it doesn't, because it might not be what you think it is. So let's get into it. First up, eligibility. Tesla states any year Model 3 and Y along with Model S and X produced up to 2020. So the refreshed S and X, you can't get this. And this is a big one, your vehicle must still be within its basic vehicle limited warranty. This is the 4-year or 50,000 mile warranty that comes with the vehicle when it's purchased new. Now I mention new because Tesla in the fine print does state that used vehicles are not eligible. However, from what I've seen, the term used only applies if you bought it used from Tesla. If you bought it used from a third party or a private seller, then you may be okay. But nonetheless, the easiest way to tell if you are personally eligible is by going into the Tesla app, scroll down to upgrades, and then select extended service agreement. If you're not, then this is where it will tell you. And if you are, then it will allow you to add it to your cart along with telling you how long is left on your basic vehicle warranty. Or in other words, how long do you have left to purchase it? Now, when it comes to price, the Model 3 is priced at $1,800, the Model Y at $2,000, the Model S at $3,100, and the Model X at $3,500. This little chunk of change is going to get you 2 years or 25,000 miles, and it starts when your basic vehicle limited warranty ends. Now, this is very important information to know because a lot of people think that this extended service agreement is just that, an extension of the basic vehicle warranty. But it is not. It is an entirely separate thing, and it doesn't cover nearly as much. Now, asking what it covers is kind of weird because according to Tesla, it covers the repair or replacement necessary to correct defects in the material or workmanship of most parts manufactured or supplied by Tesla during the coverage period, excluding the lithium-ion battery and drive unit, which have their own separate warranty. Yeah, it's kind of vague, excluding the battery and drivetrain, but I mean, those have their own warranty. Those are 8 years, 100,000+ miles. But on the flip side, if you ask what it doesn't cover, well, Tesla is much more specific. It's a lot, so I'm just gonna put it on screen along with linking the entire extended service agreement down below. But some key ones to point out are upholstery, paint, shock absorbers, 12-volt battery, battery cables, lenses, light bulbs, sealed beams, glass or windshield, wheels, interior trim, body seals, and gaskets, otherwise known as weather stripping. And that was just one line. From reading through what it doesn't cover and then just taking anything that's not included in that, it really looks like that it only covers electronics and other major components within the vehicle. For example, the PTC heater or something like a PCS. These are very expensive repairs, and from what it looks like, the extended service agreement does cover these. So while the this does not include list is very long and extenuous, it does still cover some pretty major components. Now, the question, is it worth it, really comes down to you and what kind of driving / mileage that you put on your car. I say this because from what I've seen in the general consensus online is that most Tesla failures are time-based and not necessarily mileage-based. If you're putting a normal amount of miles on within a normal time frame, and by normal I mean around the yearly average, which I believe is roughly 12,000 miles a year or 1,000 miles a month, and you get past the 5,000 to 10,000 mile mark, then most will say that you're good up until like the 100,000+ mile mark. A lot of the problems, or at least major problems that occur within the first like 0 to 5 or 0 to 10,000 miles of the vehicle. I also do want to mention that the 70 to 80,000 mile mark is also another kind of like little spike where people will report some problems. However, if you don't drive much, then problems can occur really at any mileage. And in my opinion, this is why we are seeing so many like newer Teslas from 2020 onwards that are high mileage, like, you know, already 70, 80, 100 plus thousand miles that haven't had really any problems at all. A lot of the failures are time-based. A lot of people buy Teslas as they're around town, maybe a 1 to 200 mile trip here and there vehicle. I personally see a lot of low mileage Teslas for that exact reason. The best way that I can describe buying the extended service agreement is, well, you're essentially gambling whether or not you think that you're going to have problems in year 4 to 6 and between 50 to 75,000 miles. If you're a low mileage Tesla owner, then your odds of having problems during that time frame will probably be higher because, at least in my opinion, a low mile Tesla would be someone that comes out of their basic vehicle warranty because of time and not mileage. And at that point, yeah, you might have only 30 or 40,000 miles, but your car is like 4+ years old. At the same time, though, if you're putting on a normal amount of miles or you're even a higher mileage driver, you might want that sense of security. And I mean, at that point, how much is it worth to you? Now, for anyone that may be wondering what I'm doing personally, because I do have a lower mileage Tesla, I am considering it. But I still have 3 years or 45,000 miles to make my decision. I also want to mention that if you do buy the extended service agreement, you are able to transfer it to another owner. And like I mentioned earlier, you have to be within the basic vehicle warranty to purchase it. So if you purchase it, let's say at like 40,000 miles, and then you sell the car when it has like 55 or 60,000 miles, you might be able to get a tiny bit more for the vehicle because it does have the extended service agreement that the new owner couldn't just buy because you had to have owned the car when it was within the basic vehicle warranty. And it can be canceled/refunded. If you haven't started it yet, then you'll get the full amount back. But if you have started it, let's say you're 5 or 10,000 miles into it and you realize that was a waste of money or you just don't care anymore, then they will prorate you a refund. But let me know down in the comment section what your thoughts on the extended service agreement are. Do you think it's worth it? And are you considering it? Now, if you are new around here and you want to see more Tesla related content like this video, then feel free to subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed the video, as that really helps the almighty YouTube algorithm push this video to people that might not know that this is an option, or they may be misinformed on it. And I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.